So you want to know how to resolve conflict in your relationship? Our top tips coming up.
How many we got? I'm sorry.
6.
Okay.
5 or 6.
We're going to do 6. We're going to do 6, guys. Coming up
right now.
Hi, loves.
What's going on, guys? This is Heath.
And Tracy.
Welcome to Joyfully Married After. This is our channel on HeathandTracyTV where we talk about love, relationships, and marriage. We've been married for over 26 years. We have 4 children. So we have a unique perspective on love and life and relationships and marriage. So we're glad you're here. So
if you're considering subscribing, go ahead and do that at the top over there and join our weekly conversation. On to the topic. One way to resolve conflict is to avoid it. Just start with that, guys. Let's just avoid conflict.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're avoiding, it's not so much avoiding. I think it's anticipating the needs of your spouse.
So that's what you do when I get angry?
Yeah. So it's not so much when you get, so it's 2 components, right? Yeah. So the first thing is anticipating needs, making sure that your spouse is in order and has everything that she needs. So I think the saying is that if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, right? So what I do, the technique that I take, the approach that I take is to make sure that I'm anticipating all of your needs, that I'm keeping you smooth, that I'm keeping you happy.
When you feel like I'm getting get angry?
No, that's the second component.
Because I don't just get angry.
Right. But the first component is that I need to be in tune with you.
Yes,
I need to be in communication with you.
Yes.
I need to be on one accord with you.
Right.
And when I do that, when I make sure that you're good, you make sure that I'm good.
I do.
So the point that I'm making there is that you have to have that line of communication open, engage and anticipate. And then the second component is whenever I sense that you're getting upset, or I have an idea that maybe something is awry and you have some issues around something that's happening, then what I do is it's almost like
magical.
You go around the corner, you figure out it was Dwayne Gretzky, you skate to where the puck is going. So I skate to where the anger is going. I go around the corner and I head it off.
Really?
Yes. I head it off and I squash it in its tracks, and so that way it never had it most of the time it didn't have a chance to bubble over. Right? Yeah. So that's really the approach that I take, because I'm one who likes peace in my house. So therefore that's how I do it. What's going on? Number 3. The
third one is, I think, mostly for us ladies. I think for the most part, guys don't like conflict, ladies.
True.
They like to keep it smooth.
Keep it smooth, keep it simple.
They just want to do other things. They don't necessarily want to get you upset.
Nope.
They want to keep the peace.
Yep.
They want you to be happy.
Yep.
So my advice here is to continually reach for your, I'm going to say, inner happy girl.
The inner happy girl.
The inner happy girl.
Yes, I love her.
Yeah, she's pretty cool, isn't she?
Awesome.
So the inner happy girl is, my inner happy girl is when I was in my late teens, early to mid 20s.
Okay.
I
met you in your early 20s.
Yeah. Is that corresponding maybe?
Very happy.
I was very happy. And what I mean is, yeah, life continues, especially in marriage, and you get stressed out about work, you get stressed out about kids, you get stressed out about your spouse. There are things that are going to come your way, and you're going to be like, you know what? I'm not happy, and I don't care. Who knows?
Right.
I'm going to let them know, and you get the head going. They hate that. They hate that. So what you have to do is go back to your inner happy girl.
Yes.
Remember that girl that he met? You were on cloud 9. You didn't care. You didn't have a care in the world.
Yep.
You were paying your bills. Everything was good. You didn't have no babies. It was all good. You didn't care if you caught. Well, I don't know about that. But it was a whatever kind of thing.
Right.
Go back to her.
Yep.
Engage with her and make sure your man is engaging with your inner happy girl.
Number 4 on our top tips, resolution needs to be a joint effort. Yes.
You can't resolve it on your own. You can talk about it. Yeah, you can't resolve it on your own, guys.
Right. Yeah, I think that you know, whenever you have conflict that does arise in the marriage, I think it's an opportunity for you to review and look inwardly. Look at yourself, right? It's the Michael Jackson Man in the Mirror. You know, I'm sure it speaks about that in the Word, right? So the constant, whatever is happening in your relationship, the constant is you. And so what you have to do is that you have to do some review of yourself, take some inventory, understanding what the situation is. What did your spouse say to you? What was the situation that arose that caused the conflict, right? And so what you do is you have to evaluate what your role could be on improving that scenario in the future.
So when you talk about it together, always come from a place of how can I improve this? When you talk about conflict together, it's gonna show you what you need to do.
Right.
Don't constantly look at the other person and say, well, you need to change. And this is an opportunity for you to improve yourself.
Right.
So, and it's hard. It's hard, especially when someone's pointing something out, something you said, something you did, something they didn't like. You have to really, really stop for a second and go, wait a minute.
Yep.
That's you. Well, no, that's your first thing. Don't do that. Don't do that. You should first go, okay, let me look at myself. Let me look at myself first. Don't focus on them and what they're saying. Focus on self first and understand what you can do to improve. Even if you just continue to disagree, you can say, what can I do so that they don't feel that way next time? Or what can I do so they don't think that next time?
Yeah, or what can I do so that that doesn't happen next time?
So the first thing you want to say in joint conflict resolution is, what can I do? What is my part to improve in this?
What was my role in it?
Yep.
Right? And then you can go to fix it.
Yep.
Great. So number 5, going to bed angry.
You're not supposed to go to bed angry.
You know, that's, the word says something about don't let the sun go down on your wrath.
What if the sun is already down?
So I think that, you know, I think honestly for us, let me speak about us.
Let's be personal.
We're
gonna be personal,
right? So for us, that has never been a key issue, and I think that one is because I'm just a laid back dude. That's the first thing.
I'm going to bed.
And
I'm pissed.
Right.
I don't want to talk to you anymore, and I'm sleeping.
Yeah, and sometimes you need to do that anyway, right? You know, your long days, the stresses of life, you've been working, kids, you know, money, whatever it is that you have going on. So sometimes you just need to rest, right? Sleep on it, rest, and the Lord will have it all squashed in the morning. You'll have sort of a renewed vibrance about the day and be able to deal with it so much differently.
But that only works if you're in the Word, guys. So typically when I say, you know what, I'm going to bed. I'm really not going to bed and going to sleep. I read my Word every night before I go to sleep. I read it, I listen to it, I watch, I do something. I'm getting in there some kind of way. So what that does is that softens my heart.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point that Trace is making there, because you know, I see this behavior, this approach daily, right? And so if it's for some reason one of those days where she is upset about something or something is irritating her, that kind of thing. It's rare. I think that what happens is that when you meditate, when you study the Word, whatever it is that you do, whatever your routine is before you retire for the evening, I think that helps to bring your blood pressure down. It helps to soften you. It helps to center you. And so that's a great point that you're making. And I think that that impacts what happens the next day. All right. And so you're not carrying the anger. You're not carrying any type of ill will toward me or anybody else in the house the next day, because you voiced your opinion, you had your frustration, you had your anger, and then you were able to recenter and rest and relax, and the next day it's cool.
So don't go to bed angry doesn't mean let's argue about it until we're not arguing about it anymore. You might disagree. You might just be in disagreement. But I'm not going to continue to be angry.
Right. And some people have the tradition of, hey, we need to squash this before we go to bed. We need to sit down. We need to meet about this. We need to you know, and if that works for you, I mean, that's
great.
That's your thing.
Doesn't work for me.
That's awesome, right? And so I think that's sort of a thing that is unique to individuals and whatever your beliefs are and how you take that approach. But the key is that you have to figure out what works for you and make it happen.
Yep.
So number 6 is dealing with anger, right? So dealing with the anger itself, right? When we're talking about conflict, a lot of conflict is coming up because of anger. So when we were talking about this earlier, I was really expressing the issue of anger. And typically when you're angry, that means that you're fearful of something, right? And so when you're fearful of something, it's all about you. I'm afraid, I'm upset because you did not do what I asked you to do. I'm angry because the kids are not doing what I told them to do, and I told them something's gonna happen, you're gonna get hurt. You
didn't treat me like I thought you were supposed to treat me.
Right. So it becomes all about you, and what's happening is that your anger is really a characteristic of you being fearful, which is really a characteristic of you being selfish. And one of the keys to a good relationship, to a good marriage, is being selfless. The whole purpose of the marriage is to work the selfishness out of you. And so that's a key issue that a lot of people have. A lot of people have never really been able to wrap their arms around. So it has to be about us. It has to be about the union. It has to be about the greater good of the marriage, of the relationship, whatever it is that you're in, right?
So if you're angry, always go back to understanding that, what am I afraid of here? If I'm so angry about something concerning my spouse or my other, why? What am I afraid of here? I'm afraid you aren't going to respect me. I'm afraid you're not going to do what I think you should do. I'm afraid I'm going to miss out. I'm afraid we're going to miss this. There's a fear there. And the fear is in you. So then you're angry towards the other person because of the fear that's in you.
And the truth is,
it's not about you. It's about us.
Hey guys, so that's our top 6. So we hope that that helped you see some ways to resolve conflict in your marriage and have a more joyful relationship and marriage situation. So remember to stay connected. Stay connected to God. Stay connected to your family. Stay connected to your spouse or your significant other. And we hope that you like the video. If you like it, please give us 2 thumbs up. Hit that like button on there. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed.
Comment.
We love the comments, guys. So it's always awesome to get comments. I think actually this talk that we did today was from a comment from one of our subscribers. So certainly subscribe, like, and stay engaged with the folks down in the comment section, right?
Talk to you next time.
We'll see you.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Are we working?
We're working. It's on.
All right, let's go.